boxing. You were the youngest champion, if I'm not mistaken, in amateurs, right? You broke the record?
Yeah, Golden Gloves, yeah.
You were 16 and you were fighting men 26?
Guys are 25, 26, around there, yeah.
And now this is the biggest fight of your career, Mauricio Herrera. Talk to us about it.
You know, we've been getting ready for this fight. You know, we've had a great camp up in Big Bear. I feel ready, you know, I'm ready for this fight. This has been a dream for me, you know, to fight for a world title. So it's finally here, and we're going to take that belt back home to Phoenix, Arizona.
What do you think of Mauricio's fight with Danny Garcia? A lot of people thought he got wrong.
I thought he won. It was a close fight, but I thought he won. I mean, it was a good fight. But you can't take nothing from Mauricio. He's a tough fighter. Been fighting a lot of tough guys. But like I said, I mean, he's been talking a lot, saying that he's going to school me, saying he's going to do this. He's not going to do none of that. Saturday night, we're going to see who the champion is, and I'm going to take that belt back home.
So is it getting personal at all? Sounds like a little bit of...
Nah, not really. You know, he can talk all he wants. He can say whatever he wants. But at the end of the day, I know who the better fighter is, and we're gonna see who. I'm gonna show everyone who the better fighter is that night. So.
Gotcha. When you, like they mentioned, Ellie mentioned, when you came out of the pro ranks, you're the hottest prospect. We've had a few injuries that kind of set you back just a little bit. Was it frustrating at all?
Yeah, I mean, just like every sport, you know, you're gonna have your ups and downs. And yeah, I had my ups and downs. You know, I broke my hand. Pretty much fought like 4 or 5 fights with just one hand. But I mean, thank God everything is good. My hand's perfect now. Nothing's wrong with it. And like I said, we've had a hell of a camp. This camp, I've had a great team behind me, and we're ready. We're ready for Saturday night.
I was gonna ask you about camp. How would you compare training in Big Bear to, like, you know, training at the Wild Card or other places in California?
I mean, it's completely different up there. You can't. I mean, when I first went up there, the first 4 rounds, I was already, you know, kind of gasping for air. Yeah. And I usually do 12 rounds down here. Yeah. But up there is a total different atmosphere, you know. And like I said, I feel ready. We've been doing 14, 15 rounds up there, like nothing, 4-minute rounds. So I'm ready. I'm ready for this fight.
I was going to ask you this. You sparred Manny Pacquiao. What was that experience like for you? And is that a fight that if you win this one, you would want if Manny goes down to 140?
It was, you know, it's an experience that I can't even explain. You know, I was 16 years old when I got the chance to spar Manny Pacquiao. And at that time, he was the best of the best. I mean, he still is the best of the best, but at that time, that's when he was fighting, you know, everyone. So, I mean, when I got a chance to spar him, it was like I couldn't believe it. And then when I got to spar Amir Khan, and then I sparred Shane Mosley, and then I just couldn't believe it. And it just, you know, really motivated me being alongside, you know, world-class fighters, you know, seeing how they train, seeing how they fight, just really motivated me more so.
And now you're here, so what do you tell your fans if they're watching this interview? What could they expect Saturday night?
Like I said, I've had one hell of a camp, you know, I've had a good team behind me, and we've been training, putting 110% in this, so it's going to be a good night Saturday.
And Pacquiao Algieri, what did you think of that fight?
I already knew Pacquiao was going to school him how he did, you know. I mean, he's a monster, you know. Monster in what he does, and he looked good. Did what he had to do, and then took him out.
Having sparred with him back when you did, and seeing how he fights now, what changes do you see in him, if any, as far as like his fighting in the ring?
I mean, there's really not that much change. You know, he's still the animal that he was once before. You know, I mean, he moves a lot, he throws a lot. I mean, he's Manny Pacquiao, you know, so he's fought nothing but the best. So to me, he's still one of the best. And
okay.
He's good.
So Herrera has obviously had the more experience in the ring as a professional, but with you having all that amateur experience, and you've been around actually as a professional for a while also, how much difference do you think? Do you think he's overrating the advantage that he has?
I think he is. He's overrating and saying that. I mean, he did fight tougher guys than me in the pros, but like I said, I've had a lot of amateur experience. I've been sparring pro since I started sparring my first pro, I think, when I was like 10 years old. So I mean, I was sparring Amir Khan, Manny Pacquiao when I was 16, 17 years old. So him having more experience than me and saying he's going to school me, it's not going to happen.
So what do you tell him? He's talking a lot of smack.
He's talking a lot of smack, saying that he's going to school me, he's going to do this, he's going to do that. We'll see Saturday night who schools who, and we're going to see who has most talent. I can guarantee you I'm going to end up that night with that belt. So.
Who do you think has more power?
I have more power than him. He barely has, what, 8 knockouts?
How do you rate his boxing? I mean, obviously that's what he's always talking about. He's a maestro, the boxing skill. How do you rate
boxing
his
to me is when you hit and you don't get hit. Every fight he fights, he ends up the fight with a black eye, bruises everywhere. So he can't say he's a maestro in boxing when you get hit. A maestro in boxing when you hit and you don't get hit, you know. So I mean, he could say whatever he wants to say. Saturday night we're gonna see how much he's gonna be talking.
Hey Jose, Mauricio, I talked to him and he said he thinks you're taking it personal or too personal when you guys were at the conference, the face down and everything. He said that may be your mistake, taking it too personal. What do you think about that?
I'm not taking personal at all. Like I said, he could say whatever he wants to say. He could, like I said, I don't care, you know. I trained. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna have to do to win that fight, and I can guarantee I'm gonna win that fight.
Now, I commend you for taking this. This is a big step up. A lot of fighters, they don't take a step up like this at your stage. Was there anyone on your team, friends or anyone that was saying, why don't you just take your time? Why are you rushing? Did they say anything like that?
You know, I've been pro for 5 years now. I mean, I think it was time for me to take that step up. And there's a lot of people, you know, saying, oh, well, he's fighting guys that are nobodies, this, and that. And I want to prove through, you know, that I am a world-class fighter, that I can fight world-class fighters. So, I mean, it was my decision, and my team backed me up 110% in it. And like I said, we've had a great training camp, and we're ready.
You guys both have a great jab. Who would you say has a better jab?
I have a better jab.
You think that's going to be?
I think I have a better jab. I think I have more. I'm taller. I have more length on him. So it's gonna be a good fight. Not taking anything from him. He's a good fighter. It's gonna be a good fight.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, Jose, man. Always good seeing you.
Thank you.